When the people who control the political power in our society can rig investigations like her investigation was rigged, can rig polls, you see these phony polls, and rig the media, they can wield absolute power over your life, your economy, and your country, and benefit big time by it.
Donald Trump ramping up claims that the election is rigged against him. Joining me now to talk about that and much more, Senator Ron Wyden. Senator, thank you for joining us today. What do you make of the current political conversation we're having in our country?
Obviously, this issue of whether this is going to be a rigged election has to be dealt with, and that is just flat out wrong. There is no argument for contesting the validity of our elections. Now, we know that the Russians are trying to meddle here. Our intelligence leadership has certainly made that clear. That's why I'd like to take steps to strengthen our system, to make sure that voters are even more confident that this election isn't rigged. Oregon has a wonderful system. We vote by mail. It ensures that everybody has an opportunity to be heard. They don't have to take the day off to go vote. I want to take that national.
All right, what about voter ID?
I've seen a number of these voter ID systems that are there primarily to suppress the vote. It's the same thing as making it unclear about where somebody's polling booth is. We don't have that problem with vote by mail. It comes to your house. If there's anything that needs to be corrected, you have plenty of time to do it. You don't have to take the day off to vote. It is cheaper. And most importantly, we have a paper trail. We have a paper trail so that if, for example, sometime in the future, somebody could hack an election system, we'd have a paper trail.
Oh, but why not take the simple step? If people are going to argue about whether there's voter fraud, and there are demonstrable cases of prosecutions and convictions across the country, why not have it, simple? People have to show who they are when they show up. As long as we have in-person voting, I don't think that we're going to go, completely to mail. A lot of people don't even have stamps or use mail anymore. But why not have somebody simply say, here's my library card, my military ID, my driver's license. I mean, states have said, many of them where this is an issue, if they've got a voter ID law, we'll pay for you to get a free ID so that we can be sure that we guarantee the integrity of our system. Why not?
What we do is make sure up front those sorts of issues are dealt with, and then everyone has to sign their ballot, and they can face very serious penalties if they are signing somebody else's ballot. So we do it on both the front end and the back end, and it saves money, it's more efficient. And I'd also like to note, we've had it now for many years, and there have been no allegations of voter fraud.
Okay, I want to make sure that we get to something that you are working on, very important. Congress has until December 1st to do something about a controversial amendment. The Supreme Court approved changes to the federal rules of criminal procedure, Rule 41, if people want to research that a little bit. It would let a single judge issue a warrant for computers way outside their jurisdiction, basically anywhere in the world, give DOJ lawyers the authority to secretly use malware to hack countless computers. There is bipartisan pushback to this. Will you get something done before December 1st? Because if you don't act, it's going to happen.
I certainly hope so. This is one of several important issues that go right to the heart of a view I have, and that is that security and liberty are not mutually exclusive. We can have both. Now, this question of Rule 41 is really unprecedented. The FBI is trying to make this out that this is a modest change, but just as you said, this is sweeping in its authority. One judge with one warrant could hack millions of computers, and the reality is, in the Congress, we have had no debates, we have had no votes, we've had no committee hearings. There is a bipartisan group of us in the Congress that is pushing back, and we certainly ought to have an opportunity for the American people to weigh in on changes that are this sweeping.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's flying under the radar, but I know you have a number of Republicans join with a number of prominent Democrats, and you're working to get something done. Please keep us updated as that December 1st deadline is looming. Senator, thank you.
Thank you.